Hello and welcome to our live streamed family event, Art, Music and Craft, the Mosul Handbag. We're so excited to be here as part of the Oxford Light Festival. Just a reminder that an adult should be with you throughout the session. You will be invited to share your ideas on the chat, but please don't share any personal information. Sound levels might vary with different presenters and video clips, so you might need to adjust your volume during the event. Coming up, we're going to be doing a bit of craft, some writing and learning some words in Arabic and finding out more about the amazing 600-year-old Mosul handbag that's been on display at the History of Science Museum in Oxford, which will explain why we gave you a question about handbags at the beginning. First of all, I'd like to introduce you to the fantastic Multaka team who have put this event together and who you will be hearing from over the next 45 minutes.
Hello everyone, my name is Jenan. I'm from Damascus, Syria. I have been tour guide volunteer with Multaka-Oxford for 1 year. I am so happy to join with Multaka this difficult time of Christmas lights.
Thank you, Jenan. So I'm Caroline. I work for the Museum Volunteer Service and I'm part of the Multaka team as well.
Hello, I'm Alison. I'm volunteering with the Multaka project and I'm looking forward to the Winter Lights Festival.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum. I'm Rana Ibrahim, the collection officer for Multaka project in History of Science Museum. I'm so happy to be part of Christmas Light Festival. Welcome.
Hello, my name is Nawar. I am a volunteer with Multaka project.
And I'm Helen and I'm learning officer at the History of Science Museum. For the session, we've suggested that you have pencil, paper, glue, scissors and colouring pens close by, and also that you print off a guide sheet to help you write your words in Arabic, and also the template to cut out and make your handbag, even better if you've already managed to cut it out. If you haven't done that or haven't got access to a printer, don't worry. You'll still be able to have a go at writing the words in Arabic without a guide sheet, although you do need a pen and paper. We're going to show you how you can make and decorate a bag without the template as well. After the event, we'll put up instructions so that you can have a go at making the bag from the template in your own time. We're going to start off by hearing from Rana, who's going to show us her lovely collage and give us a bit more of a background about the city of Mosul and Iraq, where this special handbag was made.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum. I'm Rana Ibrahim. I work in the History of Science Museum and I'm part of Multaka team as a collection officer. Today I'm going to share with you my art collage work inspired by the Mosul handbag, which you can see here in the middle. This bag is exhibited now in a History of Science Museum. I'm from Iraq. I'm in the middle here, and this is the map of Iraq and the flag. My mother used to live in the north of Iraq in the Mosul city. She from the Mosul city where the bag came from 600 years ago. The music you can hear under my background is a very Iraqi traditional Maslawi music. If you listen carefully, you can hear a lot of different kind of musical instruments using. And what is interesting, this musical instruments is you can spot it on the bag, the real bag. Like we have here the somebody playing the nai, which is the flute here. We have people playing like a qanun. So this is the harp here. It's like the qanun now. And also I've used this image here, which is part of this bag. Somebody playing al-oud, an instrument called al-oud, which is similar to the guitar. And there is deaf, and there is a lot of things. So you can see they are celebrating here with a lot of instruments, al-oud, flute, and there is food as well. And yeah, so this is all interesting for me to share with you. We're still using the same instruments. I have also included some really famous or my favorite places in Iraq, especially in the north of Iraq. Starting with here the Menara at Al-Hadba, which is a tower and a very famous main mosque in the city, which is built in 1172, which is over 800 years ago. Unfortunately, this Menara was destroyed by ISIS in the recent war. But there are plans now to rebuild the tower, the Menara, inshallah. And also we have in the northern of Iraq, there is lots of famous, with my favorite, which is like my favorite places to visit, like Namrud here, which is dated 1244 BC, famous with the winged bull. We have a very famous monastery, Deir Marmetti, dated 4th century AD. And we have Al-Hadar as well, which is very archaeological site. You can people come and visit. It's like in Jordan and Lebanon. So this is really my favorite places. I have also made my own really small handbag. This one here, it's written in the middle, Al-Haqiba Al-Musuliya. So this is my handbag I made, inspired by the bag, and it's written on it a lot of Arabic, and I'm going to read for you now what is written, because I've written it here, as you can see. This is all it's on the lid of the real bag here, so I'm going to read it for you now. So العز والإقبال والنعمة والأفضال وبلوغ الآمال وصلاح الأعمال وبلوغ والإكرام والإجلال والإحسان والإجمال والدولة بلا زوال والسعادة بلا انفصال والتمام والكمال والسلام. In English, glory and prosperity and God's grace and eminence, and fulfillment of wishes and prudence in deeds, and respect and honor, and benevolence and decent act, and undiminishing good fortune, and uninterrupted happiness, and perfection and excellence, and peace be upon you. So this is really what's written on the bag. In a while we will show you how to make your own handbag. First, we are going to share with you some simple Arabic phrases and show you how we write it in Arabic. Shukran, and thank you for listening. Assalamu alaikum.
Thanks, Rana. If you're inspired to make your own collage by cutting out leaflets or drawing pictures of Oxford or somewhere else you know well, we'd love to see your art. We'll put a link to our Twitter and Facebook account in the chat in case a parent or adult would like to share it with us. So you heard Rana reading out the words that are written around the lid of the bag, which include good wishes to the owner of the bag. Now it's time for you to have a go at learning to say and write some words and phrases yourself in Arabic. You might want to have your Arabic writing sheets ready for this bit. Here's Nawar.
Hello, welcome everyone. I hope you and your family are keeping well. My name is Nawar. I am a volunteer with Multaka project. Today I'm going to be showing you how to say and write 3 simple Arabic phrases. The first one is hello, which is mean in Arabic marhaban. Marhaban. Let's learn how to write marhaban. Marhaban. Which is mean hello. Let's do it again. Marhaban. And let's do it again. One more time. Marhaban. Well done. The second one is Merry Christmas, which is mean Milad Maged in Arabic. Let's learn how to write Milad Maged. Milad Maged. Which is mean Merry Christmas. Let's do it again. Milad Maged. One more time. You know Arabic calligraphy like drawing, as you see. And the last one is al-haqiba, which is mean in English handbag. Let's learn how to write al-haqiba. Al-haqiba, which is mean handbag. And let's do it again. Al-haqiba. One more. Al-haqiba. And now we finished. I hope you enjoy learning some lovely Arabic word and Merry Christmas. Bye.
Thanks, Nawar, for that great demonstration. So now it's time for us to take a look at Al-Haqiba, the handbag itself. It's been on display in the museum since October, where it's been on loan to the museum from the Courtauld Institute in London. Unfortunately, because we're in lockdown, you can't visit at the moment, but we can share with you some great 3D images of the bag. You won't see a handbag like this anywhere else in the world. It was made around 600 years ago for a lady who lived in a city called Mosul in Iraq. When it was first made, it would have had a strap attached to the metal rings that you can see on the side, so that the bag could be worn over the shoulder. It's made from a type of metal called brass, but it was covered with gold and silver. On the lid of the bag is a scene of a feast. Can you see what the people are doing? What they're wearing? Perhaps you can spot someone wearing a hat, holding a mirror, or playing an instrument. You can see more people in the circles on the front and the back of the bag. What do you think this person is holding? Can you see a man riding a horse in this picture? What animal has he got on his arm? What do you think he's going to do with it? Type your answer into the chat or tell the person next to you. So the man on the horse, like the lady on the left in this photograph, is a hunter. He's holding a falcon which he'll let go from his arm to go and catch small prey such as foxes. Hunting for food and sport would have been very popular amongst the men and women of the Mosul court when this handbag was made. This photo and the one on the last side that you've just seen are photographs of modern-day hunters on horseback taken from Western Mongolia. The bag is also full of images of musicians. There's someone playing what looks like a tambourine or a hand drum. There's also an oud player. That's a type of instrument that's a bit like a guitar. And somebody playing a type of flute that you hold downwards. You can really imagine being in a banquet surrounded by wonderful music. And I've got here a nai, which I just showed you on the bag, which Rana mentioned earlier. It's a simple, long, end-blown flute that you'd play blowing down, not across. It's a very ancient instrument that's been played for thousands of years. Originally, it would have been made from a piece of hollow cane or reed, the type you might find growing by the river. It's got 6 finger holes, and the notes you play depend on which holes you cover when you blow, like a recorder. Earlier, Rana showed the mini Mosul bag she made. Now Jenan is going to show you how to make one yourself. Now is the time to get your template showing the shape of the bag. If you haven't already, you'll need to cut the template out. Jenan is going to show you how to put it together by folding the paper across the lines and gluing the tabs together. Don't worry if you can't keep up. You will be able to see Jenan's instructions on our website and finish decorating it later if you need to.
Hello all, my name is Jenan. I am from Syria. I am volunteer with Multaka project. In this video, I'm gonna show you how to make a mini bag with very simple steps. You need glue stick, scissors, pen, colored paper, colored thread and stickers to decorate the bag. Cut the drawn lines on the plan using scissors. Copy the same design on the colored paper as shown. Two plans to each other. Make creases as shown and then fold the plan all over to get the bag like this. The last step is to decorate your bag the way you like. I used yellow thread and heart-shaped stickers. Hope you enjoyed my video. Thank you for watching. Merry Christmas, in Arabic, Milad Maged.
Thank you, Jenan. And here's one I made earlier. It's very simple. I just decorated it with some black and gold paper. So don't forget to ask your grown-ups to share your photos on Twitter or Facebook. We'll post the link in the chat. If you want some more inspiration, then keep on watching. Alison has put together some fabulous ideas on how to decorate your bag with things that you might be able to find around the house, including pasta and sweet wrappers.
I'm Alison Cooper and I've been volunteering on the Multaka project, and I'm going to talk about the way I've been decorating the handmade Mosul bags. So I'm going to talk about how I designed some ways of decorating the bags that you've been making to reflect the design of the Mosul bag. So here's a picture of it. This is A4 size, and I had to look really closely at this to see the patterns, to see how I could recreate them. And you can see in the middle there's an overlapping circle design, and then you've got these little motifs, round ones or diamond shape, and these little wheels. And then up on the lid you've got these raised clasps, a little bit like tubes, and round on the side there's rings for attaching the handle. So in order to fit all of that, first of all, onto a bag, I made a slightly larger one, which is A4 size. So the front side of this bag is the size of an A4 sheet of card, and I've used silver card for this. So what I've found were really great for replicating these motifs are chocolate wrappers, and I've used chocolate coins. So we've got some here on the lid, and if I raise up the flap, you can see here I've recreated the overlapping circle design with the gold and silver coins, this big flower shape in the middle, and I fastened them with drawing pins, which are nice and gold coloured so they can become part of the design. Moving up onto the top of the bag, I've used here, these are pasta tubes that have been used to recreate the hinges and the clasp, and I've used chocolate wrappers to make a geometric design on top of the bag. So moving around to the side, I've also got some coins here for some motif designs, and drink can ring pulls have been used to show the handle fasteners on the bag. Okay, so looking at the materials I've used to assemble this, I've got some good old double-sided sticky tape and glue, gold and silver pens, some drawing pins here. These are just straightforward, simple drawing pins, nice gold colour. I would say please be careful not to drop any on the floor and stand on them, or to allow anyone to swallow any, but they're fairly easy to use and they're not particularly sharply and injurious. And I've used some gold and silver tape that is for gift wrapping that I was lucky to find. And here we have the coin wrappers. So I had to eat plenty of the coins for some research. It's really great if you can find silver ones as well as the gold ones, or these gold ones that have silver on the other side, and then you can use some contrast in the designs. It's also good if you can find ones where there are different sizes in the packet, especially these small ones if you're making the small bags. And you can get these really giant ones as well, which I've used for the big flower design. So and here is the pasta that I've been getting ready for the bags. I've coloured it in gold and silver using either the gold and silver pens or metallic nail polish. If you have any paint, you could use that as well. A really good tip is to put it on a stick so that you don't have to hold the pasta while it's being coloured and get ink or paint on your hands. So I've used a pencil here and a plant stick. So this pasta, the wheel shape, is called rigatelle, and you might have to hunt for that one, it's a bit harder to find. Whereas this back one, which I've used for the hinges, is good old penne, which is available pretty widely. So yeah, and here's the pasta ready to be put on the bags. It's been painted and coloured, and we have also in here the ring pulls, which should be used for the handle fasteners. I would say for those, please get an adult to remove them from the cans, and to use the ones from drink cans and not from the cans that you open like beans or soup. The drink cans ones will come off fairly easily, whereas the ones on the other cans are a lot tougher and there's a lot more sharp edges that could cause an injury, so don't use those ones. So I made some smaller bags using the way that Jenan showed with the template, and I've decorated them using the styles that I've developed from these materials. So this one here is a coin bag, and I've made a smaller overlapping circle design on it, and there's a coin and pin design on the back. So moving over to the one on the right, on the far right, this one is a pasta design. So we have the rigatelle little wheels for the motif and the penne tubes on the top, and again we have the ring pulls for the handle attacher on this one. So, and then this one in the center, I've used both the pasta and the coin design. So it's got a pasta on the clasp, it's got coin wheels on the front, pasta tubes on the lid, and a nice coin silver motif on the back. So you can see they are really shiny and glittery and really decorative, and there's plenty of ideas that you can use for a celebration based around this bag.
Thanks, Alison. If you haven't got card in the house, you can use any clean container to make your own bag or box to decorate. So this here is a cereal packet. I've used one of the flaps to draw a lid. And if I turn it around, you can see that I've cut out pages from old magazines to decorate the box. I tried to choose golden and yellow colours, and I cut out circles to overlap in the centre like Alison did, and there's a milk bottle top in there too. I added a lid too by covering the flap in darker magazine paper. The best way to do that is, once you've cut along your line, just slide a piece of paper underneath, and then you can draw in pencil the shape and cut it out so that it fits the shape exactly that you've got there. If you have your kitchen foil, you can use that, so lots of possibilities. Don't forget to look at our website, where we've got more activities linked to the Mosul handbag, including colouring in sheets, a different cutout bag, a link to a fabulous pattern generating website that's been developed by one of the volunteers, and much more. Also, take a look at the Christmas Light Festival website to find out what else is happening in Oxford this weekend for the Light Festival. Before we finish, we wanted to give you a short tour of the exhibition of Islamic metalwork, which the Mosul handbag is a part of. You can't come into the museum at the moment because of the lockdown, but we can bring the museum to you.
Hello, I'm standing outside of the History of Science Museum in the middle of Oxford, and I'm here to take a look at the exhibition of precious and rare medieval Islamic objects. Let's go inside. So we're in the entrance gallery of the museum, and I can see the 3 cases of the exhibitions in front of me. In the first case, we've got a very large and heavy-looking candlestick. It's decorated in a similar way to a lot of the other objects here, with gold and silver inlaid into the brass. The silver has been used for some of the patterns and the faces and arms of the figures, which really makes them stand out. And next to the candlestick, we've got the Mosul handbag. I'm so excited to see it in real life after all the photographs I've seen of it. It's the same sort of size as I thought it might be. I do find it amazing, though, that the same bag as I'm looking at now is the bag that would have been held and worn by another woman living over 600 years ago in Iraq. It's such a special bag. I wonder what you'd have kept in it. Maybe some perfume, a mirror, some money. Did she just use it for special occasions? Maybe it was given to her as a gift, or perhaps she ordered it to be made for herself. This is a large bowl that was made in Egypt. And what I love about this object are the beautiful patterns that you can see. And in the middle, there's this really pretty lotus flower. Finally, I've just got 2 more objects to show you in this case. This little ball is actually an incense burner from Syria. So incense burners are still used today in homes or religious places to create a nice smell by burning material like cedar wood. This incense burner has some really interesting decoration. If you look closely, you can see people here. And the figures of people actually represent planets. So on the left, you might be able to make out a cross-legged figure holding an axe, and that's Jupiter. Next to him is somebody holding a sword behind their head, and that's showing Mars. Finally, we have here an object that's normally on display upstairs in the museum. This is a star map showing the different star patterns or constellations in the night sky. So I can see here 2 people, perhaps twins, there on the globe, and then by their feet, can you make out there's a dog? He looks as though he's barking. If you look closely, you might be able to see some other people or animals. So I hope you've enjoyed looking at some of the objects on display in our exhibition.
So that was me at the museum before the lockdown. Our last video is by Ali, sharing a little bit more about an object that's special to him and his family, which links back to what we've just seen in the exhibition.
Hi, my name is Ali and I'm from Iraq and I'm the smallest volunteer in Multaka-Oxford. Today I'm going to talk about the Arab incense burner. People use this in Iraq, Saudi Arabia and Syria and many countries. People use this to perfume the air, and in here you put charcoal and incense to perfume the house. There's 3 kinds of the Arab incense burner. This is the first type, this is the second, this is the third. My mum bought it from the Arabic shop. I wish you enjoyed the video and I hope you know about the Arabic culture. Stay home so you can be safe and wash your hands for 20 seconds. Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us for this live streamed event from Multaka and the History of Science Museum. We're looking forward to seeing your creations online. To play us out, here's a Christmas song which may be familiar to you and which is also popular in Arabic countries at Christmas time. It's sung by the famous Arabic singer Fairuz, Milad Maged.